Hello there everybody, and welcome to the next Speedrun Interview. This time, I'm interviewing a very good friend known as Bustaboy Speedruns.
What is up everybody? It is I, Bustaboy here. First of all, thank you very much Patrick Barrett for having me here. Greatly appreciated. It's a great honor and a privilege to be here.
Alright my friends, let's go ahead and get started with this interview. Why did you start speedrunning?
I have been a speedrunner for this March will be 3 years. I actually created my speedrunner.com account the same day I actually started speedrunning. That's a little fun fact for you. The reason why I got into speedrunning, I've always wanted to do speedrunning, but I've always never really, I thought you had to be some sort of god to do something like this. You know, that's the mentality that I've always had. Like, man, these guys have to be really freaking good to do something like this. You know, they have to be like, they have to know the game front, back, and center, and they like have to know life it all the time. And I'm like, I don't got the time to do that. And it wasn't until Ultimate Mantoid actually did a run of Doom where it made me realize you don't have to be a pro, a god, or anything like that. And he's explained, he said he's done that for years, but what got me into it was the fact that he did Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge. And when he did Falcon's Revenge, after not doing it for a long time, I was there when he got the world record for that. And when he got the world record for that, the little gear started kicking in. And then Nestor, I met Nerdy Nestor, actually a year ago. I met him, and I met him rolling around the retro streams. And when I met him rolling around the retro streams, he was doing fighting games. And I was like, wait, you could do fighting games? Hold on, let me see what's going on. So I looked around, he introduced me to speedrun.com, and there was a lot of people that did a lot of fighting games. And I'm like, oh snap, that's crazy. So Nestor got me into it, him and Peanut Fan 22 and Ultimate Mantoid. Those three are the main reasons why I got into speedrunning. Ultimate Mantoid used to run Doom. I think he ran Duke Nukem as well. He really got me into it pretty heavy. And again, I thought you had to be some sort of god to do stuff like this, you know? And it wasn't until I started running it where I realized you don't have to be a god. Just go out there and just have fun and enjoy yourself. And when I realized that, and I just stopped thinking about being a god and being the best, it's like, that's not what it's about. And I took that mentality completely out of my head when I went into this. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out there and I'm just gonna do what I've always done. And that's be me. And sure enough, got a lot of records because of it. I've lost a lot of records. I don't go for world records, but if I get them, that's cool.
What games are you currently speedrunning, and what games do you plan on speedrunning in the future?
The games that I'm running now, honestly, I'm running a lot of Tekken 4 because I'm trying to see how far I can get in that. I've been running that, and next year I'm going to be running probably my biggest game yet, which is Devil May Cry. And I'm always pushing the envelope. I'm always trying to test myself. I'm always trying to challenge myself. So that's what I've always tried to do as a speedrunner. I went into this for the challenge, and I've always wanted to go higher and see what I could do. And that's what I've always done. I've always wanted to go and see how far I can go and how high I can go with it. Games that I plan to do in the future, like I mentioned, I plan on doing Devil May Cry. I plan on maybe doing some 007, and definitely going to be doing some more wrestling games. That's the number one thing that I definitely want to try to do. I know I don't really get along very well with the wrestling games because I built my channel, my Twitch channel, on wrestling. So I'm kind of tired of wrestling, but that itch comes by every once in a while, and I'll probably end up doing a few more.
What glitches, skips, and or tricks would you say has been the easiest and also the hardest for you to perform?
The glitches, I'm not really much into glitches and exploits, to be honest. But I'm always down for it, you know. The current one that I'm trying to work on now is I'm trying to master it because I saw Nestor do it. Him and Tenka, and he used to be known as Dark Tenka. Those two are probably the best Mortal Kombat players I've ever seen. And those two have mastered the high punch trick. And it's always been one of my goals to try to do that at least once. I came so close to doing it. I came so close to doing the high punch trick. I trapped him a couple of times and I just couldn't do it all the way. And that in my opinion, that's the only like real glitch that I know. I'm more than willing to try to learn more. I'm more than willing to try to learn skips. But I never really got into it like that much. I never really tried until recently. When I did Mortal Kombat Trilogy and I did the high punch trick. That's pretty much all for that. I mean,
are there any games that you were shocked to see someone speedrun?
The games that I was surprised to see that somebody ran, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because because I'm on your channel, but I mean, the Buffy thing, like, that surprised the hell out of me. I was not expecting anyone to run that game. You know, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm like, how? What? You know, Guitar Hero. I'm like, that's not even possible to run that game? Like, what? I didn't even think that was even possible. And then there was a couple other ones. I think Cool Borders as well. And because I played that a lot when I was a kid. I haven't played that in years. I may actually have to run another one eventually. But yeah, that's some of the games I was surprised because, like I mentioned, I've done this for 3 years almost.
What is your biggest goal for speedrunning?
My goal, one of my biggest goals, is to challenge myself. You know, that's always been my goal in everything, and give it everything I've got and challenge myself. You know, see how far I can go, because the sky is the limit in terms of speedrunning. Like, the sky is 100% the limit. You're only limited by yourself, you know? The way I look at it, I say the sky's the limit, but the sky really doesn't have a limit. But why should you when it comes to speedrunning? And when it comes to that, which leads into my point that I'm trying to make, one of my biggest goals is to try to go better, to be better. And that's what I've always tried to do in everything. I've always tried to be better, like see how far I can go and challenge myself. And that's, again, that's pretty much everything that I've ever wanted to do, is to do what I can, make a lot of friends, maybe a few enemies when it comes to competition. Who knows? Wink, wink. But mainly just being friends. But a lot of the enemy stuff would be just competition, friendly, you know. But anyway, my biggest goal, like I mentioned, was to challenge myself, because that is all I've ever wanted to do in everything I do. See what I can do, what I can't do, and don't stop there. You know, don't stop there. Just keep going and see what I can get. So that's pretty much it.
Alright, that's the interview, my friends. And thank you so much, Busta, for being a part of this series. I really appreciate it, my friend. And I'm so glad that you actually went so in-depth with your answers. It definitely makes these interviews very fun to do and very entertaining. So, I appreciate you, my friend. I highly recommend that you guys go check out Busta. He is a very friendly man, and he does a very good job with his fighting game speedruns. Trust me, he does really good. But alright, that's it for this interview, my friends. If you enjoyed it, then speedrun hitting that like button as fast as possible. And if you want to see more speedrun related content, then glitch that subscriber button, turning it gray. Alright, thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.